right, it's starting to boot up, but now with that shit, I mean, the thing is, like, right now, like, that's the big, I don't know, that's the big discourse, and like,
Yeah, that sounds pretty. That doesn't sound very fun.
yeah, it's ball drainingly dumb. Like, if you, okay, first off, like, let's go through it, right? If Disney spoilers, only one of us here can make a final call and a definitive call. I'm not outing the person who can. Um,
What?
but it's one of three of us. Anywho,
Which one of the three of us is it?
which one of the three of us
If
has
it's
a
me, I
definitive
need to
call?
know. If I need to know, let me know.
Okay. So, like, let me be clear. It's two of us are just outside observers, right? But what you have is that there was a debate going on whether or not there should be kink at Pride and whether or not there should be kids at Pride, the corollary. And it kind of definitionally boils down to what is Pride ultimately, right? Because if it's a remembrance of, like, if Pride is supposed to be an event where you remember the start of the struggle for gay rights, then yes, it should, definitively.
Yeah.
And the corollary is you shouldn't expose your kids to BDSM because that's what the liberals want. Deny the liberals what they want. That should always be modus operandi number one. So you just don't bring
No,
kids
modus
there.
operandi number one should 100% always be fuck the Nazis.
Well,
Yeah.
that should be a knee jerk reaction though. That shouldn't be something you actually have to think about and plan.
Unfortunately, in the
But what if
United
they were?
States
What if they were
today,
super reasonable Nazis?
Yeah.
Business
what if
Nazis.
they were, like dressed with police uniforms?
What if you make them look respectable?
I wonder if you respect them up. Yeah. So like if that's what Pride is, then yeah, the kink belongs and it doesn't. If your goal is to
I don't
transform
really.
Pride, right?
I've already lost interest.
Yeah.
It's already over.
Well, I'm just giving a rundown. Like, if your goal is that Pride is like something where you bring youth in that community too, and they see that there are other people and they self-validate. Well, yeah, then you save the kink shit for the after party, right? Pride night, you get freaky, which is it's just like fucking.
Ooh.
It's like fucking on Christmas. You go to the
Ooh.
Christmas party.
I like that thought of like
Yeah,
an intentional separation between Pride and Pride Night.
yeah.
And
Well,
Pride Night is like 18 up only.
yeah,
So I
That's
mean,
that's not a bad way to sort of break it
it's
down.
gonna be what happens anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
in many ways, that is
they're
already what
ultimately
happens.
it ultimately already does it.
but the difference is where you celebrate the kink shit. You know what I mean? Is it after the kids go to bed, or after the kids aren't allowed to the party no more, or is it before? You know what I
Check
mean?
this. Check this one.
It's also like a
Damn.
difficulty, right? Because you don't, you know, it, if you start picking apart all the kink shit, you really get into areas that are kind of like, why is this acceptable? Why is this not? Things
I,
like that you just don't
I
really
think
want to
I
deal
think
with.
I think my banner game just leveled up.
Oh man, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, check
Um,
that one out.
yeah, that is badass. Um, I don't think so. I think it is clear cut because what you're talking, like, if you were to play that game, what you're saying is that, like, being a lesbian, being gay, being bisexual, being trans, being queer, being intersex, all those things then are a kink. Like, if you start actually picking and choosing what kinks are present, that's the worst possible situation. So you either have to go only orientations and genders, no kink, or you have to go all of it, right? But then, like, the other corollary is, like, right now, that is what's happening.
Yeah.
That's the part people don't want to see, because if you only let the BDSM crowd in, like, where's your piss play fetishists? Where's your fucking, where's your diaper babies? Where's your schoolgirl fetishists? Where's your
Diaper babies.
schoolboy fetishists? Where's your costume play enthusiasts, if you want to lump a lot of that together? But where are your diaper babies? Where's all that shit? It's curious that that's all absent, even though kink is supposed to be in, right? So that's the part of it, they don't want to talk. You're talking about BDSM. BDSM isn't a sexual, it's not a gender, and it's not an orientation. It's a fetish. It's for
Right.
perverts. That's
Right,
fine.
and we say that in the most loving way possible. Of
Oh,
course.
absolutely. But if you, I mean,
Being
like,
massive perverts ourselves.
Are they just clutching their pearls and going, but the kids again?
well,
Yeah.
that's the problem. That's the lens. And like in this instance, like,
Except there are definitely instances where we probably should clutch our pearls and be like, but the kids.
yeah,
Yeah, you're not just throwing the kids to the meat grinder. Come on, man.
yeah. Well, it's also
Yeah,
here.
what are we, fucking America? And
Are we fucking conservative?
Here's
fucking every time.
here.
I wish I could get faster.
Well, here's like the dubious part, right? Because like drag queens show up, and drag queens, you could argue are probably an orientation. I would guess that that's some sort of genderqueer, right?
Um,
If I had to eyeball it, that's what I would say, and I'd be like, yeah, the drag queen's just fine.
Oh, you
I've
eyeball it all day
yeah
long.
we
Yeah.
know, we've seen.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, again, I'm a
You're
pervert.
amongst
I'm
friends.
willing to admit it. I've never hidden that. But
Um,
you know,
I've had conversations not with a large sum of people,
yeah,
but with non-zero numbers of people, and gotten very different opinions on that. So I really, that's not a part of the community that I really participate with,
no, neither. I,
or amongst,
I
and
don't
I
either.
don't have any very close friends that are that way.
Yeah,
So,
no, I
my
feel
usual
you.
default position,
Probably more than you know, honestly.
um,
Maybe.
no, I feel very confident that I would be, that they would feel comfortable telling me, or that would be something that I would be aware of.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
really, I don't really know. But my point is that like, yeah, that seems fine. Like I said, if I had to eyeball it, that's what I would guess and move on. I wouldn't really interrogate it too much.
Sure,
Um,
sure. From my experience, the most positive thing that I found personally is just like, if you're told something, the answer is, oh, okay,
yeah. Well, I haven't been
that's fine.
told
You
it.
just
Like,
Yeah.
accept it and roll through.
like I said, and then
Yeah.
of course, no offense, because like there's a lot of people who like Vaush and Shu were the two big influencers on the internet screaming about it. Vaush was like yelling at gay people and kind of
Fucking hate
accusing them of being
Vouch.
pedophiles, which is like hyper
I hate Vouch
problematic.
so much.
That's
I hate Vouch
that's what
so
I
much.
think of whenever I think of
So
pride.
very much.
People being attacked. That's the most positive way to move pride forward, I think.
Absolutely.
Why are we even listening to this clown?
Because that's the discourse, man, and we're now a Twitter show,
We're a
I
Twitter
don't
show?
know.
pretty much.
I mean,
Oh,
well,
hang
we
on.
are
How
Twitter.
hard do I have to try to get banned?
Oh,
It only took Trump 4 years. I think I can get there faster.
Yeah, I could
okay.
totally get banned from here.
Boop.
They don't like my answers.
No, no, and I'm sorry, I don't sound enthused talking about it because, like, to me, the solution is the day night. You move on. You don't even think about it really. You know, you let,
So when do the guillotines get involved?
but like
Is that a gender or an orientation?
guillotine orientation. No, because if you
No,
think about it too,
that's a way of life. That's an ideology.
like the ace. If you look at if you look at some of the way the acronyms use, like the ace people get picked up, the asexuals, and really they don't belong in either camp. They don't want to deal with the bullshit. So like, why would they be there, right? You know what I mean? So it's
Good
like,
guys.
yeah,
Everybody's just
They're there.
everybody's-
They're there because they're a disparaged community in the gender sphere.
yeah, but like they don't give a shit. They're like they don't want to deal with it, and really like unless you pressured an ace person, you wouldn't even fucking know. You know what I mean? Like that's one of those things where it's like maybe we should just shut the fuck up and let people be
Well,
people and leave them
yeah.
out of it. Because like
The difficulty with ace people is not just with the identification part. From my understanding, it's that
yeah,
people are like, oh, that's not real. It's a lot along the lines of like the bi erasure thing that
oh
you're
yeah,
particularly uppity of like, oh, no, you're not bi, you're just straight and want to be cool.
I've
Or
heard that
no,
one before.
you're not bi, you're gay and you're just lying to yourself.
Yeah, why do they do that? That's
It's because lesbians and gays want to add to their ranks and they want to pick a team and they want to shoot at each other.
partially that. It's also partially like once upon a time, right? It was not socially acceptable to be gay, but if you were bi, it was a little more socially acceptable.
Well,
So people did that for years.
if you were a gay dude, you were the worst kind of traitor because you're playing both camps. If you were a gay one, if you were a bi woman, then you were like a
What?
prime piece of sexual fetish.
Yeah, I mean,
So that's part of it. That's why they did that bi erasure shit because they were like, there's no bi girls, or they're all girls are bi, or all girls are actually secretly gay, but then they're socialized and they're taking dick. All sorts of dumb, fucking awful takes that are just like rampantly homophobic and rampantly biphobic and just rampantly genderphobic, frankly. And it's like, oh, come on, you people are dregs in society. Not the
yeah.
bi crowd. I want to make it clear. Not the bi crowd.
Aw.
Had to make
No,
sure.
you cared.
Yeah, no, but the people saying that quote unquote woke shit because you're having a gay and lesbian infight when you really like come the fuck on. You're not even literally shooting at the same targets. You know what I mean? When you're out for a little bit of fucking, you ain't looking at the same targets. What do you care? Frankly, it's just like the straight dude. Like I want to go out with I want gay dudes to be my wingmen because I know they gotta take that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could do that. I ain't gotta worry about that shit. Like that's good. They're playing their team. I'm playing mine. We're both trying to win. We're winning two different games. It's like when you see your buddy doing good in a game of Magic the Gathering. That ain't my fight. Go you. I ain't competing against you, so have at it, Hoss. That kind of thing.
Oh, you, my dude.
Go you, my
Joke's on
dude.
you.
Yeah.
Even if you win, I'm going to yell at you in the middle of a showroom floor.
I have.
I have too.
Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, right? So Val screams at a bunch of gay people. I can't confirm they're gay, but they're definitely in the LGBT plus community, or they're at very least
I really don't.
sympathetic.
I don't know what is it I don't like about that guy, but I do not like that guy.
He's a former Nazi, and he just went to woke.
Is that what it is? There's
Yeah.
something about him. I don't. I can't do it.
Yeah,
Has
he's
he
a former.
considered not being a former Nazi?
Well,
You know those people. You're just like, yeah, of course that would do it.
dude, if you're like 10 years out from being a Nazi, fine. But if you were doing it last week, shut the fuck up. Get in line. Like, I mean, that's the difference. Give yourself some time to actually do something useful other than steal views and fucking scream at gay people. Like, come the fuck on. Hold habits die
well,
hard.
Nazis are famous for not screaming at gay people.
Yeah, but you know who is? The Sons of Tree Air.
Yeah.
We're famous for
No,
not
wait.
doing that.
Are we?
I'm not outing anybody here, so
What are we famous for?
what are we? Nothing. We're famous for nothing. I'm Dan Cohen. That's if you're looking at my Discord list, next is Cenk Engels, and then after that, last but certainly not least,
Definitely not least.
Ganstacleese.
Ganstacleese, yes, Ganstacleese,
Yes.
the artist formerly known as Eat the Rich.
Yeah.
So you know, just so you know where I stand on these things.
Yes. Formerly Eat the Rich. Future nickname is the Fascist Fumigator.
Yes,
It's
yes.
just
Oh, I
you,
forgot about that one. What was the fuel one? What was the
Yeah.
full one? It was the. Oh, all right. Now I'm gonna have to look that up because that was a good one. It was so
And
good.
when he takes his hard right turn, the Fashmaster Flex.
Ooh.
Fast Master Flay.
Yeah.
Fast Master Mind Flayer.
Yes. But yeah, no, so the dickhead Vash. Well, then we got Shoe on Head, who's like famous for being a pretty girl on the internet, and she did the Trump voting MAGA 4chan chode flip to Bernie progressive to communist, right?
Man, that's a wild ride.
Do some circles.
Yeah,
Do a barrel roll.
do a barrel roll. Yeah, so
Is
like
that how she's deflecting those bullets?
now, from what I'm told, she's bi, so she was weighing in as part of the community, and she's like, I don't want the kink there and the fucking drag queens because they're not
What does that
pedophiles.
matter? What does that matter?
Hold, wait for the finish of the take because those people are not pedophiles, but they're useful idiots for pedophiles. Somehow worse, frankly.
How? That's impressive. I'm impressed, actually.
Like, number one, if you go to a Catholic church, you're a useful idiot for a pedophile. That's
Listen,
obvious.
if you voted for Donald Trump,
You're a useful idiot for a pedophile or a willing.
you are literally the definition of a useful idiot for a pedophile.
Yeah, you're a fucking pedophile enabler at that point. So like let's not throw these terms around lightly. Number two, like to my knowledge, yeah, of course, is there like some sort of bad violence anywhere? Obviously. Is Pride notorious for it? No, because they lock their shit down, right?
Yeah,
So like the number of
it's like
times
a
something
fucking
like that has
mosh pit,
happened is
man.
Pride. Yeah, it's like the number of
Like
times.
I've met so many fucking cool people in mosh pits. It's very rare you go into a mosh pit and you meet someone who's actually there to like cause damage
Just be,
to other people.
Even then when they are, it's just like,
there's
all
enough
right,
people
dude.
keeping
And they're
yeah.
policed
Everyone's like,
pretty
all right,
quickly.
dude, chill.
Yeah, they're policed like really fast.
You
Yeah.
cool guy? You
Yeah,
need some help?
that's the thing. The number of times
might
those
actually-
incidents happen,
They might actually lend a hand.
it's far less than going to the fucking mall, frankly, right? So like,
Right.
let's not pretend that Pride is somehow beyond uniquely dangerous, just dangerous prima facie. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You get fucking glitter in your eye?
Listen, it is really difficult to get glitter out of your
I
clothes. I'm
don't
going to be
know.
honest with you.
It is, but that's my point.
Get glitter bombed out here.
Yeah,
Glom, do they call it?
Yeah.
that's what the kids are calling it these days.
So like the problem there is like the two people who are leading the charge who were kind of sort of half right if you hold the definition of Pride as like a memorial to the start of the gay rights fight. If you think it's if it celebrates history rather than fucking is meant to move the community forward, which I from everything I've seen, that's the inclination, right? In which case, yeah, you leave the fucking leather daddies in there because that was a critical part of it. You had to be in your face about it, right?
Yeah.
But the other two problems are, of course, it's corporate as fuck, and I don't know of an LGBT plus person who like doesn't fucking complain about that. If they do, they're part of the corporation that's doing it, right?
I mean, it is super corporate as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Evil Corp. We own everything.
right. That's
Yeah.
that's what personally makes me suspect of the event more so than anything, right?
Yeah.
But Dan's
I
default attitude.
love me my subtle rainbow gear, but I am very aware that I am buying it. So
Yeah, so Coca-Cola can pretend they're fucking woke
yeah.
while they're conducting genocide in South America. And that's my point. My real problem with it all is the corporations, frankly. Right?
And them banners is
That's-
looking
that's
good. Did
a-
you see the Cowboys Zizek?
I did.
Ooh. That's a hot take from you. That's really surprising, honestly, Dan.
Yeah, what Dan's problem is the corporation?
Yeah,
With the
I'm really
spicy?
surprised.
With the spices.
Yeah, I know. Lest I be off-brand a moment, right?
Can you tone down the spice out of that crayon?
Whoa, buddy, you lost me.
Woo, that Play-Doh sure is hot.
Can I interest you in a wedge issue?
Yeah, so that was the discourse this week. It was just a bunch of garbage about that, and then like the Zionists are still at it with their fucking faux bullshit.
Oh boy.
Twitter
I don't even. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Hey, Joester, there's somebody you should follow on Twitter. You should find Joester and follow them. They're pretty fucking cool. Same with fucking Shay and Cool Zone Pod. So they're showing up in our
yeah.
comments.
Friends of the show, Cool Zone Pod.
Yeah, friends of the show, fellow sons. That gal and that dude. Listen, sons is egalitarian from our word. We fucking taking the gendered meaning out of it. So we're bad at it.
It's true.
You know what else we're gonna do? We're gonna get banned from Twitch right now. On 1, 2, 3. Boop!
Nah, we just get
You did it.
demonetized.
We did it. No, we did it.
Everyone's against you now. Now you get to be the victim.
God their asses.
I don't understand why everyone is attacking me. All
Everyone's
I did was
such a
said that he
bully.
was a.
Heather, your hair looks beautiful. Oh, what? That boop you're talking about?
I thought he did go out there for a second.
Yeah. I'm just gonna fuck with you guys.
Are you going out there?
Am I?
I don't know.
I could say it. You want me to say it?
They just be chopping stuff up.
I know of a 6-letter word that ends in ER that can get a lot of people banned off of Twitch.
Hacker?
No, but it's got double consonant in the middle.
Naggers.
It starts with a consonant.
Naggers.
No, you want me to say it? You want me to say it? You daring me? Give me a straight dare.
Do it. You won't.
Ladder.
Damn it. I'm never gonna get this show monetized.
Yeah, I know. I said the
It's-
hardest one you can.
It's leather. It's leather.
Shit, I don't know what to do. Normally people watch these afterwards. I'm not used to people watching it live. Fuck. I feel compelled. I'm starting to feel a true compulsion. I'm just gonna bombard chat. Love me. Love me.
Oh.
Love me. Why won't you love me? That fucking hater rolls in chat. Love me, please. I hope the fuck he's watching and he heard that. I'm calling his ass out.
You're the
He's
pick me
in love with
of
a
a podcast.
stripper.
That's true. Out of the podcast, I'm the oldest podcaster in terms of doing it the longest.
And maybe also age.
Also age?
No, True's got me being
I
on
mean-
age. What month were you born, gangsta?
October.
October? I got you
Yeah.
beat. Yeah, I'm second oldest. Fuck.
Damn.
That's a nice joke. That's a nice visual joke I just posted in the chat.
Yeah, thank God we're doing visual jokes now. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a good night.
Yeah, it is. I should just make that the background. I don't know. Cowboy Zizek just appeals to me so much.
It's great. It was because I used it so many times.
This really is the Dry Boy fun time. We're so fucking dry right now.
Dry
So
boys.
fucking dry.
Oh, you'll have noticed in the past year we've outsourced a lot of our mental energies and humor
So-
to other sons.
Yeah,
So,
that was the
so,
point.
Yeah.
So patents are just fucked.
What they do now?
Oh, they're being patents.
Oh,
Oh.
It's another chapter in the ethical capitalism attempt book.
fuckery. Yeah, what are they? 190 years now after the
Yeah,
author dies.
You lost me. You lost me at the vegans.
No, it's 190 years after the last work under the copyright holders' holdings, and that's why they give it to corporations because they they're indestructible fucking entities. God.
We are gods now. We are the American gods. Worship Pepsi.
What a shit, Pixie. Fuck.
If I had to worship any one of them, it'd have to be like Mountain Dew or Red Bull or some shit.
See, I'm just gonna do. I don't know.
Yeah, Red
Shit.
Bull, give me a deal.
Do you know we're already 22 minutes in?
22
Really?
minutes?
Yeah. That pride
What?
bit took a fucking half or a third of the show.
Oh, it's so
That
terrible.
was supposed to be 2 seconds. That was supposed to be a
I
5-minute
personally
goal.
apologize.
Yeah, you
Well,
should.
I don't know. You guys kept going back in. I thought it was done. And
There
it's
we
just
go.
like,
We're
oh,
losing
okay.
viewers. That's what I wanted. Yes.
Oh.
Everybody go. Watch it later. I'll tell you what, man. I didn't realize this. Fucking True boosted that fucking anti-Zionism rant we did.
Mhm.
Who did?
Fucking 1,700 views. That's the biggest I don't know what to do now. I think I'm gonna buy a gold toilet.
Wait for which one? For which one?
Last week we
I'm going to
John.
buy a gold toilet.
Yeah, John and I attacked the Zionists from within the walls, if you know what I'm saying. A little Trojan horse action.
Too many
Oh, okay.
people saw it. Now I need to justify it.
Yeah, well, I need to piss away whatever fucking worth that is. I'll tell you what, the Goyim fucking freaked the shit out. That has like 4 angry faces. It's like I went through and looked at all the profiles of the angry faces because I'm curious. They're all fucking Appalachian Mountain men and like Idaho
I
3%ers.
I wonder why they wouldn't like it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, what? You can't finish your final solution? Fuck off.
Well, that was the game that we was playing.
What about Eve Fart Blow? How about that?
What?
What about Queen
Hey, what is-
Fart Blow?
Hey, what is your position on punching Nazis?
Oh yeah, you know this.
It's fine. It's
Nice
fine
try.
if it's fine if you want to do it, but we can't legally encourage you to do it.
Wink, wink.
Aw.
Wink,
Wink.
wink.
Yeah, I forgot.
Wink.
I had a 4-hour conversation with the HR department over this. Fuck.
Yeah,
Is
you're
it
gonna get
worth
banned on
another
Twitch.
4-hour conversation?
What were you thinking? Well, he was fascistic.
That's the fascist. Do you ever hear Zizek's stance on the death penalty? First,
No.
first, let
No,
me kill
let's
all
hear
my
it.
political enemies, then we can talk about it. I was like, yeah, it's probably correct.
A, blend, a blender, you say?
Yeah.
To
Ew.
shreds, you say?
Organ smoothies, gross.
Slurry.
Ew. I just don't.
Pink,
Oh,
I
pink
just
slurry.
the fuck.
Like those old drums of factory slurry. There was
We're just
definitely.
what we were trying to do was trying to turn people into the Joker. It turns out an
eh.
acid bath does not just bleach the skin; it eats through it.
Well, that'd be easier because then you have skeletons.
Yeah,
Then you can just cart around the skeletons all easy like.
and they're clean too because you acid bath them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's disgusting. I can't believe we're debasing ourselves with conversation like this.
Oh, I thought we was trying to get banned.
Well, are we going for it? Because I can just say boop.
Or are we already banned?
No,
Oh, we're already banned from
no, we're still
most
going.
polite conversation.
That's true. That's true. The people who talk to us are straight savage as fuck.
Oh, you mean to say that you want to redistrict? No, 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 no.
No.
Let's be realistic
Yeah, I want
here.
to redistrict Crenshaw's head from his neck.
Yeah, you guys are the enemy.
Yeah, I want to redistrict that. If you get what I'm saying.
How do you move the conversation forward when you're like, oh, these guys are enemies?
Yeah. Well, with a baseball bat, to the good one. That's how you fix that problem. See, look, fucking, come on, hit me with another problem. Give me another ethical dilemma.
With an angry mob. Oh, ethical dilemmas.
Pig.
Every all the sneaky shit they be passing through that someone should just take a stop and be like, whoa.
Somebody in chat just called me a pig.
What are you
Good.
doing? What are you doing with that evil shit? Just sit it down.
Yeah. I don't
Do not
know.
Hey,
slide that in.
Grandpa.
Don't put that in there.
Look, I'm gonna fuck Crenshaw's bad eye, but out of dominance. Okay.
But out of dominance.
Sheer dominance.
Listen, I seen what you think.
They like to call that
We're
the
gonna
French
fix
kiss.
this. The French kiss.
French
Yeah,
kiss of doom.
the French kiss. Now, what the fuck was that called?
The French would call it bifle.
The French kiss of America is great.
No, shit. Hold on. I'm trying to remember. Do you
America.
did either of you used to visit like madefromgoats.com back in like 03, 04?
I
No.
don't know that one now.
Oh, you're fucking missing it. Okay, it was like first off, it was the best website ever made, hands down. Okay, it was a
There's some
Dragon
pretty
Ball
good
Z.
sites.
It was a Dragon Ball Z review site where people really let loose on the old Dragon Ball Z. And
So little they knew.
so little they knew. Well, it was shit like,
What year was this from?
2003?
Oh, that's way later though.
Yeah, what does that matter?
Because that's like, if they have GT, then it does matter.
They did not.
Okay.
It was like in response to the Cartoon Network shit.
So they were just reacting. Wait, how long were they in 2003?
Oh, 2003, I think the Boo Saga had come out.
About Boo Saga.
Yeah. So it was
Oh,
Or
whenever.
so they just
almost a GT.
they just started to get a whiff of the of the scent coming down that one.
Yeah, that's not the point of this. They used to have classy reviews like, Cell is British. He has you can tell he's British just by his general aesthetic. He looks like an insect. He's got freckles. He has a shitty British accent, and
Are,
like any
are
good
the
British person,
British people
hold,
insects?
god damn, hold for a bit. God damn,
Okay.
people. We got 30 minutes to fill. Let the rambling happen. So,
All I'm doing is envisioning Frieza with a T set in his pinky
well,
extended.
I mean,
I mean, come on,
And
Frieza would
his
actually be
spaceship like
British.
ha 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 ha.
but yeah, sells a pedophile because he does what every British
Yo,
person does and
you
shove
need to give
children
him
up
a
his ass.
mustache. You need to give him a mustache and a flag in the back.
Again, Let the punchline land before we rate it. Okay.
Oh no, I would not.
You
Oh
missed it.
man.
No, okay, no,
Oh,
fuck it. You tell a story then. You know what? No, nope, that's it. You two tell a story. Go ahead. Go.
I'm
Go.
gonna tell the story. I'm gonna tell the story of Cowboy Zizek.
Go ahead. Go. Start going. I'm telling you, start
Yeah.
going. Fuck it.
It was high noon,
Yeah.
dust in the air,
Is that right?
tumbleweeds going down the street and
Yeah.
shit. And then Zizek shows up with his hat, his glorious fucking cowboy hat. It's 10 gallons of fun for this guy.
Okay. And
And
that's Zigek's dick?
he's like, yeah, well, it's his dick, but it's
Zizek
really,
dick.
it's really his gun,
Yeah.
or for reasons. So he just pulls him out on people.
Yeah. His 10-gallon
Down they go, down they go. So now you gotta see how they all react to Zizek, right? Because he's just walking down, taking down. You know, there's a lesbian, there's a pedo, you know what I mean? He's causing chaos here. Nobody's happy about it. And then the security comes, and you know what happens when security comes. He's got to use the weapons.
Howdy,
Oh.
partner.
And then there's mercenaries and probably some Resident Evil monsters.
Yeah, well, all right, great. All right, Cenk, your turn. Go. You tell the punchline. You
Oh, the
remember
punchline?
something. Yeah, you remember
And
something
then-
from
and
2000.
then Zizek punched someone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, remember something from 2003?
Yeah, make sure
I
there's a
remember-
punchline at the end.
I
That's
remember
like
fucking
20
Black Eyed
years
Peas.
ago.
It's 18.
I remember Black Eyed Peas running around
Oh
saying, "Let's
shit!
get
I said
retarded."
20 as like a joke.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, it was actually about 20
What about-
years ago.
What about Black Eyed Penis?
They were the
No?
whole joke is them. They're the whole joke.
No, you got nothing for that one, do you? All right, I win. One name joke down.
No, get retarded.
Yeah.
You getting retarded?
Now what about Idris Elbow?
Yeah, Idris
Oh.
Elbow. Okay.
How about
Well, it's getting-
Citrus Elbow? Huh?
Well, it's Nelly, but it's your dad, and it's getting hot in here.
So his name's Felly, and he's like, "It's getting hot in here. Why'd you turn the heat on?"
And then it just starts drenching cum everywhere. Because you're gay with your dad.
Ugh. Well, I mean, it's the best punchline.
I've listened
it's
to
easy.
4 Cumtown bits, and I'm just gonna use them all in one sentence.
It's getting hot in here.
Just use it all of them at once.
You've seen the music video, right?
Yeah.
It's the 2000s.
It's getting hot in here. I ain't paying for all this heat. You better turn the thermostat down before your dad gets angry.
Jeez, man, the 2000s were stupid. Didn't they have like the fucking fuck, what's it called? Millennial Whoop or some shits?
I don't remember. What the fuck is that?
It's a sound clip that they use in all the goddamn songs from that
Whoop.
era. I know it's not even like that. It's like a woo or some shit. I don't actually know. I was listening to like Bone and shit.
You're just
Oh.
are you just fucking the banister and stuff?
I was still listening to 90s shit,
Oh yeah.
especially like 2003 because 2000s wasn't even really going yet.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got lo-fi. I wonder what year that was. Maybe that was later.
That was definitely later.
That was like 09.
Man, that's probably like TRL days. Then you're probably talking like Eminem or some shit.
2003 was definitely Eminem, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Slim Shady came out in 99?
Was that till I collapsed Eminem?
The first album was 98 or 99?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
has he
yeah.
gone to rehab yet?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No,
Oh.
I'd be like 2010.
Yeah.
That's
didn't
back when
lose
he
his
was
edge
like
yet.
super fun. He was like super fun. That's like real Slim Shady days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And D12. Oh,
Oh yeah.
he didn't even lose all his D12 money yet.
No, he didn't.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of D12 money. Come on.
What you mean no one wanted to be in there with Bizarre? He's a good rapper though.
He is.
He was pretty solid.
He reminds me of like ODB, but just like a different take on it.
Let the boys be boys. Slam.
Oh, Onyx. No, that was earlier though. Onyx
Yeah, the boys
was
be
like
boys.
90s.
No, that was Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, that was Dr. Dre.
But it was earlier, right?
Yeah.
I thought that shit was like 93 or some shit.
No, it was 93. I'm just fucking with you.
Wow.
Because I'm white, I'm not supposed to know anything about rap. That's part of the bit.
Oh yeah.
I'm a white
Oh,
Jew.
okay.
So
Well, what does
outside of
that mean?
Diddy's finances, I'm not and
Who,
Jay-Z's
who do you
finances.
who do you think in
Other than
real life
Jay-Z
gets,
being incredibly successful, I
Yeah.
don't need to know anything.
Yeah. No, I actually know how he made his money. Yeah. That's all I know about rap. That's it. Slam.
There was one of the
Dr.
Jay-Z's
Dre,
recent songs.
Dr. Dre is incredibly rich.
One of
Yeah.
Jay-Z's more recent songs was criticized for being anti-Semitic.
Yeah. I don't know which one, but sure.
What?
Life of OJ?
Life of OJ. Wasn't
What?
Dershowitz OJ's lawyer?
Yeah. No. It was the OJ one because
Oh.
he said the line was do you know what's more important than making money in a strip club? Credit. You know why Jewish
Oh.
people own all the money in America? That's how they did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no. He just went there.
He just stepped knee deep in it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, fuck you, Jay-Z. How about that? I like that one. See, that's worse than the Nick Cannon shit, to be
Well,
honest.
the thing is, no one really likes Jay-Z.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no one
who's
really
he
does
for
like
now?
Jay-Z.
He's not
Well,
for
okay.
anybody.
I kind of like Jay-Z.
Oh,
Well,
of
that's the-
course you would.
So here's the thing. He's got a phenomenon like some of these other artists where everyone likes them and listens to the musically, but they like as a person, why would you even want to be in the same damn room as this dude?
Oh yeah,
I
it's
would
like
try to
Kanye.
learn his voice.
Yeah,
He's like
Kanye. Yeah,
Kanye's like that all the time. Kanye is a fucking musical genius, without a doubt.
I think when Pac died, like all the Pandora's box opened for all of that shit.
Yeah.
Hold on, I just fucking.
Because it started with fucking Puffy. Like
Kanye is a
I would
fucking
never want.
talent and a half.
What the
I
fuck
would
do I want to
never
be in the
want to
room with
exist
Puffy
doesn't need the
anywhere
same
near him.
tools that I need.
Yeah.
But my child doesn't need the same tools that I need.
Is Puffy a
He has a weird
comrade?
voice.
No, he is not a fucking comrade.
Puffy's not a comrade. Come on. No, I'm trying to do
No.
Jay-Z's voice. Hold on.
Growing up, I needed certain tools to survive
Jay-Z
my
could be
area.
convinced in a neoliberal
Jay-Z-
way.
Certain tools to survive my. You know what he has? This is the problem, man. He has like a deeper Michael Jackson voice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, he's a very slick rapper. He's decently talented. I'm gonna be honest. His most recent albums have been really fucking good. Now that I've
and
gone
I know
back
you
and
like the
re-listened to them.
anti-Semitic part. We get it. We're gonna move on.
He's the best of what corporations do,
Yes.
including
He is.
anti-Semitism.
Yeah, I had to do different for my child. I had to make sure I had $1 billion because I didn't have a golden bidet growing up.
He didn't have a golden bidet growing up.
It shoots.
What do you mean you don't identify with me anymore
You
after I
can now
bought this
wash your
football
ass
team?
with Courvoisier. No, that's fucking. What am I doing there? I'm doing the fucking ladies' man from SNL in like '95. Tim
I
Meadows.
just want a Picasso in my casa.
Yeah, I just wanted to have a Mona Lisa in my bathroom so that when I'm shitting, I can look at a famous piece of art.
No, you know what he'd say? He'd say, "Why you gotta hate?
Yeah, why you gotta hate success?
You hate me because I'm beautiful."
I can't do Jay-Z. Fuck, I can't do that one.
Want a Picasso?
Let me be clear.
I can't do a voice I don't know. I haven't really listened to Jay-Z. I liked his first album, Reasonable Doubt, but
Yeah.
I know he comes out on the radio and shit. But I'm never like let's be honest here. I stopped going to clubs way before the pandemic.
His new albums haven't been played in clubs.
No.
Oh, okay. I don't
no.
know because I haven't heard him. I really haven't.
They're pretty decent rap albums.
I
as far as
liked
it
him when he
goes.
was copying Nas, but then
Yeah.
he had a couple good songs. Like there's Naggers in Paris.
Yeah.
But before and after that, there's nothing. It's like a blank slate for me.
99 Problems.
Yeah, 99 Problems and the
If you're
Annie
having
one.
girl
Hard
problems, I
Knock
feel
Life.
sorry for your son. I
That's
got
totally
99
different.
problems and catering is 4 of them. Ooh, check out Kaka.
But you see what I mean? That's a whole
Yeah.
different era of him, and I don't. There's just gaps.
This is just gonna
Yeah.
be a. Fuck
I'm
this.
kind of surprised he's still around. Like I don't listen to him. I mean, I don't know how they make. Like, are they just endorsing products? Is that what they do now?
That's part
No.
of it.
Again, it's his.
Beyonce's the same. I don't know anything about Beyonce. I mean, so
She
like
does
I
Chrissy
I get
fandom
I
now.
she has her fans. As Jay Z has his fans,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
they're like die hard from the end. Like they're just anything Beyonce touches is great, and you're just like, all right, whatever. There's not going to be a reasonable discussion here.
No, there is not.
There's no reasonable discussion with fans.
So at that point you're just like, all right, whatever. Let me step away from this. But like I've never fucked with that.
Fandom is never going to produce reasonable conversation. That's not what fandom's for.
Yeah.
Now if we were to be able to get some of them on,
Yeah. Yeah, let's see if Jay-Z would pop on the pod for a while.
that would be interesting.
I'll work on the
Young
voice.
Hova, baby.
Me a culpa, baby. I'm telling you, no, if you listen to his voice, there's a couple of interviews with him where you can hear him. For how deep he is when he raps, he has a very light speaking voice. It has a Michael Jackson-ish quality. But he's not like Bubbles.
I mean that
Not
makes
that
sense.
segment.
Yeah.
He's not all the way up there, but like he's high. You know, I got to do what I got to do for my kids. It's
Well, you're
different.
performing, so it's
Yeah.
the I don't know. There's an art to it, and so like
Code switching.
well,
Did he?
it's different from code switching because there's different degrees of
like, let me give you this.
how
You think
how
it
much
should
you
be.
actually are
And
switching.
in order to do the lot
Like
of
some
things,
people are like
your
authentic and really
most important things
themselves,
are
and
values,
some people are
abilities, and
authentic and really
skills.
themselves
So
in
first,
one
what are
hyper
their
specific
values?
aspect, like the
Because
capitalism.
if you're not
Um,
values aligned,
but there's like a varying degree to how code switched you are, and that's the insidious part about it because you just don't realize um how it just kind of creeps in there before even like you would even consider it.
Hmm.
Like you could like there's like obvious full on code switch where you're just like, hey, hi, how you doing, Bob?
Yeah, you go
You know what I
from
mean? There's the full,
rapping
but then there's the
NWA
but
to
then there's the
oh,
but
hello,
then
Jonathan. I didn't
but
realize.
then there's the code switch of
Bean.
you playing the character of starting from the ground and in the dirt and poverty and scraping your way up. And I'm sure you had to do some scraping, but you know what I mean? You're at that point you're starting to play into a
Yeah, it was
role.
so hard when I went to motherfucking Juilliard. My grandparents paid for everything,
It's
but
like
they
they
won't
like
only pay for my living expenses, so I didn't get no bling. It was tough, and I
and
saw
It
those
was
streets.
tough.
I had to
I get
call the
it. They can
cops
and
nearly
I get it.
twice a week.
And I get it. They can lose everything just as you
Yeah,
can lose everything and
sure.
claw their way back up. But at a certain point, like if it's
I'm just
not
dealing
actually
with rich
you,
people
then it's
problems,
not
you know?
actually you, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the part that it's part of what capitalism wants but can't get. Like there's a few things that it wants and it can't get, and one of them is authenticity.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, it wants
Like
the
let's be honest. Like if you start to enter to a bubble and you can't, you know what I mean? You can't pretend like you weren't in that bubble.
it's why capitalism sticks to the abstract so much because it wants
It
the veneer of
it
honesty, but it
because it
can't
wants
handle
to because it
honesty.
wants to control reality.
Yes, it wants to subordinate reality because in
So it
reality it
tries to do it
sucks.
through the abstract, but
Haha.
you can't.
No,
Aha.
we're in Dan's wheelhouse now, motherfuckers. This is
Dry ass theory cast.
yeah. Let's turn it to dry boy fun. Let's get some dry fucking theory. No, I don't know. I'm gonna go back to rapping as a rich guy complaining about my problems. My motherfucking gardener.
That's how it be.
He's a hoe. The son of a bitch wouldn't mow my lawn, and he broke my new tableau.
If that's what your thing is.
My gazebo. My carpenter ruined it. Now it's just ugly and it looks like shit. Rich guy rap. That's it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be rapping about rich people problems. Yeah, I run these streets. I run away from every black person that I meet. I get scared, and then I call the
Bought a
cops.
Picasso and it
Bam,
depreciated
bam,
$1
and
million.
then I hear shots.
Hey, I like that song. I want to see that in full production.
All right, I'll put some effort into it next time.
Put your yarmulke on while you do it too, right?
Definitely, absolutely. In this part of town, they got two gun shops, so I better go ahead and roll my windows up, lock the doors when I'm at the stoplight. That
and then
that
you pan
that boob
pan
over there
over
giving me a fright.
And then you pan over to the side, and I'm standing there like, what the fuck is you doing?
What are you doing?
The
I
fuck
told
is you doing?
I told you that story about the time. I told you that, right? Fucking that fucking white bread dork I was with when we dropped you back off at the Art Institute the one time.
No, what happened?
Oh man. Okay, so we would have been 18, 19, something like that. You were at the Art Institute, so maybe like 19, 20.
Okay.
Something like that, right? So we had just dropped you off, and then like we got lost in like kind of the shitty part of Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? So we're like trying to find somebody to direct us back to one of the fucking 9,000 on ramps on the highways. And there's literally like there is like a stereotypical dude under under like a fucking street light who's very authoritatively dressed for the situation. And then like behind him, there's this fucking shaky white dude in a fucking beater. Like you couldn't have gotten more like if I didn't know it was real life, I'd have thought I was in a fucking movie because it was like so stereotypical. And he's like at a doorstop, like a stoop behind him, and there's these two black guys are walking with like their heads down and they're walking really, really fast. And my friend's like, "We gotta get that white guy's attention." And I'm like, "You shut the fuck up! You're about to get a stab by a meth addict."
Wow.
Yeah. So we stopped at Tuesday.
No,
Like,
it do happen. I do see that sometimes.
yeah. Well, it's like
We-
I swear to God, like there's a dude who's not scared of a shaky meth addict behind him like a bigger fella, and then there's like this meth addict, and then these two like very scared looking kids, and I'm like, okay, that's who we're gonna talk to. The guys our age who are terrified right now. So I like stop them. I'm like, hey guys, just real quick, how do we get to the highway? They're like, oh man, you go over here. All right, yeah, you be safe. You too. Yeah. And then we just fucking flew it, and they fucking ran. Like, he's like, how the fuck did you know they were safe? I'm like, oh, you're so fucking racist. You like, I'm gonna pick the white dude who's standing behind a drug dealer at fucking 2 a.m. That guy. That guy. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Those other two fellas are trying to get home like we are, man. They're not gonna hurt us. That meth head, that dude who is totally there's a fucking drug dealer in front of him. He is not at all scared. He's fine, right? And clearly the drug dealer was fine with his existence too. So you're like, okay, no, that guy's got a gun. Like, we could get fucked up tonight very quickly. The two guys who were scared, that's who you talk to because they just want to get home too. So they're gonna tell you exactly what you need to know, and then you're gonna be able to fucking run for the fucking hills. Son of a bitch. I guarantee you he has been stabbed in like fucking New York City or like Austin or something because he's like, oh, I better not talk to the colored fella. That fucking tough looking white man with the bald head and the swastika on his forehead. He'll know. That guy will have my best interests at heart. Oh, fuck.
Jesus.
All right.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus goddamn Christ. Trying to get us stabbed. You're trying to get us fucking robbed and stabbed by a fucking meth addict tonight. Fucking idiot.
I mean, he was trying to. You weren't doing him any favors.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't enable that fucking white meth head piece of shit. Yeah, I don't know.
Methods.
I'm just a scared white boy on the mean ass streets. Oh, look, here comes a bald white man. He looks neat. Meth head. He sold me this stuff. I don't know if I should take it, but he said you better smoke it and just don't bake it. Just don't bake it.
Method.
He handed me a pipe. It was really, really
Look,
nice. He
this
said,
figure.
pack this shit in and you better smoke it twice. And now I'm sucking dick for crack. I'm sucking a bald white man's dick for crack. My life has gotten a bit off track.
This is
But
a
when-
fun song.
Thank you.
This is- yeah, I'm impressed.
I know. I still got it in me. Yeah, I can do them live. I just can't do what I normally do live.
We gotta monetize this somehow. We need to record a studio album.
I'm like Weird Al, but Jewish.
Wait.
Yeah, do that, but make it catchier.
Okay. How do I make it catchier? I don't write songs. Anybody in the audience a songwriter? Hit me up.
Gotta put something out with that. You need a club banger, sir.
A club banger. Mm, mm.
Yeah.
Sucking dick, sucking dick, sucking dick for crack. What? Sucking dick, sucking dick.
maybe
Sucking dick.
maybe
Oh, see, now
maybe
you're
maybe
catching
get
on.
a Justin Bieber style auto tune or a T-Pain or something. I don't know what the kids are doing
Oh,
these days.
what do the kids like? They like that vaporwave, is what they like.
The vapor waves.
Oh, I'm blowing this dude who got me hooked on crack. He ruined my life. Oh, I used to go to synagogue, and I made 6 figures once upon a time. Oh, yeah. I just do nothing but Macintosh Plus. I just do. It's just all versions of that with different lyrics each time.
All right,
That's
all
good for
right. I
like
can see that. I
50,000
can see
YouTube
that.
views. Yeah.
Yeah. People watch that.
People will watch it. I get your name on the map.
The old vaporwave express.
Post a copy of it on TikTok.
Yeah.
See if we can get more views there. Connect with the kids.
Howdy, partner. I just want you to know about the sublime object of ideology here. I'm doing his request from the chat. I just want y'all to know about the sublime object of ideology. It's this Lacanian principle. Essentially, it is the thing within the thing. Okay. Now the real part. This is the real fun part here. Y'all like those AR games, right? You like playing them virtual reality games on your phones or whatever, walking around pretending there's fake shit everywhere. Well, you know who's really good at that? Hitler. He was able to cook up an alternate reality story that was bar none the most powerful. I mean, look what Germany did as a result. I'm not saying it's good or anything like that, but you got to give a man credit. You know, he's good at telling a fictional story and getting people to buy the bullshit, the alternate reality.
Yeah. Mussolini made sure the trains ran on time.
Yeah, well, no, Mussolini actually didn't make sure the trains ran on time. Mussolini sold it that he ran the trains on time, but actually Italian trains in fascist Italy were very, very inefficient. But the point was, you made the people believe the slogan.
Cowboys Zizek for president.
Oh yeah, I could run for president. Why not? Hey, I'll tell you what. You know who I'd vote for? Donald Trump. He was the one who was disrupting the system, man. Accelerationism. It's all good shit. I mean, that was the best hope we had in the moment. What you can do? Hillary Clinton's a steward of neoliberal capitalism. Her purpose was to maintain the system and continue Obama's third term.
I mean, that's definitely true.
And it's definitely true. Yeah. She would have used, she used objective violence to make sure that, you know, things like Libya, things like child murders, things like Jeffrey Epstein stayed in power. You know, her purpose was a steward of neoliberal capitalism. She wasn't going to do nothing revolutionary. She couldn't. It's not her position to do so. She can't make those choices.
Quick, everybody, not do a revolution.
Yeah, that's her point. She, if you did revolution, she's going to have a flagpole shoved right up your ass. That's how they killed Muammar Gaddafi.
Muammar Gaddafi.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Man, Cowboy Zizek's really fascinating.
Yeah.
He is, isn't he?
He's
I
easier
really
to
don't know
understand.
how to reconcile this.
What is your
The
thought
words
on
coming out of this voice.
what is your thought of on Burger King Cowboy Zizek?
Well, what do you mean? What's my thought on Burger King? You got to make your question more specific. The problem is if you're trying to examine a dialectic, you have to actually pin down what your question is. What are you trying to contemplate here?
Burgers and fries and burgers.
Well, what about it?
What are your thoughts?
What am I thought? I prefer hot dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like Coney Island,
Oh yeah, Coney Island. You ever see me walking down the street just housing 2 hot dogs? Man, I'll fucking go down.
some long ones.
Just housing 2 hot
You
dogs.
put a little onion and mustard on it. So most people think you put the ketchup on. You put a little onion and mustard on them. You can house that shit in 2 minutes flat.
Are you homeless or a camper?
No, I live in Slovenia. Yeah. I'm just a good old boy from Slovenia.
I'm just a good old boy from Slovenia.
Hell yeah, Slovenia represent.
Do they got banjos in Slovenia?
Hell yes, we do. I hate them though. Frankly, I hate them. Actually, you know what I do? What I like to do is I like to make sure there's a bunch of Stalinist shit around my apartment. That way, when the neighbors are like, I got to complain about the noise or whatever, they see that Stalinist shit, they think twice about approaching me. It's a peaceful life.
Do you like tanks, Cowboy Zizek?
Well, it depends. I mean, I'll tell you what, when it comes to rolling in the tanks, right? That's the meme, right? The tanky or whatever, rolling the tanks of Hungary. I actually really did appreciate that. You know why? Because at that moment, you knew that the dream of the Soviet communist was dead. Soviet communism was dead, but the dream of communism was alive and well in every place they rolled those tanks into. So there was still hope.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it, because if they didn't roll the tanks in and they just permitted all these revolutions and shit, it would send the signal that communism was dead everywhere. If you roll in the tanks, because they're trying to have a democratic revolution and a communist revolution, and you're imposing this authoritarian Soviet communism upon them, right? This revisionist version. Well, what happens is then people double down and they get in their heads and no, we didn't have real communism. We got to try this shit again. Yeah,
Ugh.
I know.
Are you a fan of J.K. Rowling, Cowboy
Uh,
ZJ?
No, I with them I stand with the LGBT plus community, and I really, frankly, if they didn't have the plus, I wouldn't stand with them.
So what makes you a cowboy exactly? Or do you have like a cowboy
I like
licensing?
to, I like to shoot some skeet. Um, and by skeet I mean 20-year-old Slovenian women,
Ah,
and by shoot I mean
whew,
sex.
well, who
Yeah,
doesn't?
yeah, really. Yeah, I mean the people, some of the people in the LGBT plus community don't like to do that.
Some of them.
Only some of
So
them. No, I saw the Pride discourse. That was terrible. I mean, you look at the object within the thing and the thing within the object. What you find, and actually what's going on is a question about whether or not we're celebrating history or if if we're trying to forge a new path, right? That's the question really being reconciled here, and it's being through this lens, this capitalist lens of, capitalist perversion and versus like some sort of death drive. You know what I mean? This destruction, this urge to self-destruction that the liberal left always has.
indeed, indeed.
Yeah. No, this is deep shit. I understand you boys aren't used to getting so
Do
goddamn
they
deep about
do they
things.
do they have mass surveillance in Slovenia?
Do they have what?
Do they have mass surveillance in Slovenia?
No, we're far too poor for that bullshit. It's the only place in Europe where you can get away with copyright violations. It's pretty great.
Freedom, does that equal freedom?
Well, I'd say so in a sense. And, in a certain sense, I'd agree. In a certain sense, I'd disagree. I mean, we're not powerful enough to impose our will upon everybody else, and other nations can impose their will upon us. But at the same time, we're so tiny and poor that, frankly, nobody cares what we do. You know.
Hmm.
How is Biden doing to Cowboy Zizek?
Well, I think in a certain sense he is doing what he set out to do, which is fundamentally change nothing as he had promised. I mean, man's not a liar. Man was very honest about his intentions to have nothing fundamentally change. And perhaps in this particular moment, um, that's what was necessary and required, to be very frank. But in another certain sense, um, the change is going to happen with or without the consent of President Joe Biden. It just has to. A lot of places are adopting a kind of liberal communism, if one will, or taking steps towards communism. The drive is there, and it's in and of itself. This pandemic situation is revitalizing a lot of that sentiment and a lot of the interest in it, which is in itself a very good thing. And there's really no control that the president of the United States has over that. That's happening independent of Joe Biden, so he really doesn't matter. I suppose, in a more perfect sense, he absolutely does not matter.
What's on Cowboy Zizek's movie list?
Ooh.
Well, obviously they live, because it teaches you a very fundamental thing about the Sublime Object. I also like Debbie Does
No
Dallas.
doubt. Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah,
Yeah,
a classic.
very much so. I'm heavily into pornography. Yeah, I mean me personally, I like the kink shit. I just wish the liberal shit wasn't a Pride. That's what I wish.
Fair enough. Well,
Yeah,
you've had it, folks. Cowboy Zizek.
yeah.
We now had a guest.
we're 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 pro the kink. We just wish we could get rid of those fucking libs.
Yeah. Well, really, the problem with Pride isn't so much when you boil it all down. It is the corporate element. It is the part that subverts the revolutionary and revitalizes itself into capitalism.
Sir, Hillary has every right to stand in the corner suspiciously.
Well, yeah, well, I understand what you're saying. She's on the airplane with Jeff and Bill and Trump, and then they're, Kevin Spacey and um, Chris Tucker, and they're flying around to Africa doing whatever god awful shit they're doing to children. But the real point is, we know they're going to do that anyway. The point is how you
Get them
handle it.
all, just get them all into a pool,
Yeah, well,
and they jump in the pool.
all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is that I don't agree with the death penalty. So the solution, obviously, is that we hang them all, and then we'll have a reason to adult talk about it.
It's like It's like a Scrooge McDuck, but with children.
Yeah. Kind of like that. I kind of wish they would Scrooge McDuck, because if you take that in a very material, practical sense, they're just going to break their necks when they dive into that giant pool of gold. That's like a solid, that's going to feel
Yeah,
like iron.
that's a brick fucking wall.
Yeah, that's just a brick fucking wall. All right, we hit an hour. We're good. All right, so yeah, this was tonight. This was tonight's
Duck-
stream.
DuckTales, oh woo.
Yeah, we're God. Gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of phoning it in tonight.
What? No way.
No.
You had a good interview there.
Yeah.
That was good.
I like to
Yeah.
do Zizek in different voices. I wonder if I could do French Zizek, that would be amazing. Yeah. It is you don't have to how do you say it? It's absolutely shit. It is absolutely shit. I need another pack of cigarettes, please.
Yeah, they'll
5 minutes.
They'll fanboy you for trying that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on anybody being French.
Yeah, you wouldn't want. God damn it! Fuck! I gotta speed myself up.
Well, what is last off stage for $500?
Yeah,
Maybe in a good way though.
maybe. All right, so
Maybe.
yeah, I was Dan.
Ganstacleese.
I'm Cenk.
Yeah, we did a show. Boom.
Heck yeah, we did.
Next week will be better.
There's also there's behind the scenes content this week.
Do we
There
have a contradiction of the week?
The contradiction of the week is your ass.
Your ass?
Your ass.
Your ass.
No, your ass is a contradiction. You specifically.
Your ass, right?
No, your ass.
Okay, yeah,
not you,
I get it. I get it. It's about your ass. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
it's right. It's about your ass. Your ass is a contradiction.
I'm sure you would not try to acquire that contradiction.
Oh yeah. Totally gonna acquire that.
The contradiction of your ass.
We're going.
You're into your ass acquisitions, is what you're saying?
Yeah, we're changing the show up tonight. To do a little bit of super ending content. We're now pro slavery. Because we want to buy your ass and then do things to it.
Well, that's just a product.
Yeah, we're gonna commodify your ass.
Is that
Commodified your ass.
is that labor or work?
That's work.
It could be a service.
You know how people say sex work is work? There's your if you're wondering what's the difference between work and labor, sex work is work.
Okay.
Yeah. Boom.
Boom.
Reified. Reification. Got it.
Reified.
Dingle
There's a joke in there
danglefied.
somewhere.
Oh, there's a joke right here. You can follow us on Twitter. Some of us anyway. We're willing to venture into the health site. I'm at KETZERN. We got MAEILLORY. There's an ad at the beginning, obviously. Don't be fucking pedantic, you assholes. And there's at TrueHorror69. You can also go to Patreon and give us $5. We didn't deserve it from this episode, but the other ones are good. Plus, the Patreon content is fire.
What you talking about? That
Ooh.
Cowboy Zizek stuff was good.
Cowboy Shijak was all right.
Cowboy Zizek, fascinating character.
Yeah, Cowboy Peterson.
Cowboy
Ooh.
Peterson. That's
Y'all
a
ever
good
heard
one.
of a lobster?
Hey, look at I'm paying the bills in the last 5 seconds.
Now, the thing about it is, if I went to Pride, I would definitely want to see one particular kink, the kink of the lobster. Women pissing in men's eyes. Then I'd be okay with Pride, but otherwise, it very much violates it. I can even kind of do his voice too.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Oh.
Well, the problem is The problem is the chaos. That's why I don't get the curly fries. It's not. It's very
Why do you
chaotic.
think? Why do you think these people at Pride are putting the makeup on their face?
They're putting the
They're
makeup on
trying to
their
make themselves more sexually attractive to children.
when they're putting on the bondage. Look, I'm gonna do a shoe bit now. I'm gonna do a shoe bit. Ready? All right. Well, when they put on the makeup and the flamboyant costumes and the leather outfits, those are all appealing things to children. They're being. Yeah, that does sound like Peterson. I don't think I did a bit there. I think I just
I
quoted.
thought that's
Peterson.
not a bit. That's an actual Peterson
Yeah. I
quote.
bet if I dig around, there's definitely a Peterson quote where he just calls everybody a pride pedos because he's a piece of shit. How's your steak
That
diet
sounds
going,
right.
bitch? How was that year and a half in Russian rehab?
You wouldn't even have to dig that hard.
Yeah. I only go to Pride for the lobster fetish, if you catch my drift. Y'all know how lobsters breed? There we go. I like Cowboy Peterson better. Y'all know how lobsters breed, don't you? Male lobster puts on his leather chaps. He goes to patreon.com/Sons of Trier and gets a membership.
Yep.
Then the lady lobster in her assless chaps shows up, unzips, flops that clam out, standing 4 feet above him, floating in a pool of water while he's underneath the water. Takes a big old piss.
Urinates.
Yeah, that's right. That's the way God intended the mating ritual to happen. Just a bladder full of Slurpee coming out onto your face.
Slurpee.
Sending them
He's got a slurpee.
pheromones out. How you supposed to know? How are you supposed to know that she's chosen you out of the entire hierarchy of people? She doesn't shove you underneath the water and piss in your eyes. Huh? How are you supposed to know? And how on earth are you supposed to follow the Sons of Trier if you don't go to facebook.com/SoTriercast?
Definitely need to go there.
Look up the Sweet Lobster piss videos of
Now
women in
look.
lobster costumes taking a piss. I can't do that. His entire pornography collection is just lobster cosplay. Fucking jackass. But yeah, you go to facebook.com/SoTriercast, and then you go ahead and you click that little follow button. You help us out. We're fighting back against Ben Shapiro on his own turf. We're gonna piss off the boomers till we're banned. That's our goal.
Wait. We're fighting Ben Shapiro on his own turf?
Yeah, Facebook's his turf.
I really got to get into model trains then. Hang on.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
going to go buy a bunch.
Model trains are actually pretty interesting.
Mm.
I assume so.
If you're
So I'm
incredibly
going to have
bored.
to know.
How do you prove God's real?
The new ones are less are the old ones.
Hey, Ganstacleese, how do you prove God's real?
How do you prove God is real?
Yeah.
With your ass.
Ah, okay, you're still fine. I was worried.
It's still the real Ganstacleese.
Yes, I was worried that we didn't let that little bitch didn't abduct you and slip into the podcast.
It's a model trains.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if the model trains we were talking about is your ass, then sure.
Okay. All right. No. You don't have to see. Methinks he doth protest too much.
Oh.
Ooh. Calm it down there. And
I'm just having a bit of fun.
with your ass.
With your ass.
I'm having a bit of fun with your ass. Oh, well, what I like to do is to subvert the chaos problem. I like to turn the lady's asshole into a candle holder.
You just gotta steer. You gotta steer. Turn that ship around right
Yeah.
into your ass. Just
My daughter
Go
knows.
way up there.
Just a 180 right up in there. Just whoa, wrong way. Turn around.
Here's what I want you to ponder, right? What if, while Jordan Peterson was in Russia, his daughter had turned him into a piece of human furniture and just shoved a candle in his ass?
I thought we were
She would
supposed
have
to
she would have the legal right to, right?
Ponder that. Think
Wait,
about
she
Jordan
has
Peterson upside down,
Did she have his ass?
turned
Candle and
into
I think she actually did have his ass.
a
She
candlestick.
got his ass.
In that case,